Hello everybody, my name is Dratnos, and in this video I'm going to try and help prepare you for patch 8.3, now that we know some of the specific dates that some of the content is coming. So this is a complimentary video to the one I made a couple weeks ago about some of the things that you can do to prepare for the patch, but now we have some specifics, and there are some other tips that I've picked up since then that I'll share with you now. So, we know the patch is on the 14th. Right now, the week that this is going to be recorded is this reset, so 2 resets until the patch. What you can do this week are, first of all, start stockpiling your bonus rolls. If you want to come into Heroic Week, which is the 21st, with 5 bonus rolls and the ability to buy 2 more, you're going to need to exit this week with at least 1 coin, and then you'll exit the week of the 7th with 3 coins, and exit the week of the 14th with 5 coins, and then you'll come into the week of the 21st with 5 coins and the ability to buy 2. You probably only want to spend, like if you're in a guild that's going to be killing Mythic bosses on the week of the 28th, you probably only want to spend 2 coins on Heroic. And then, you'll be able to come into Mythic Week with also 5 coins and 2 available to buy, and then slowly burn through that reserve as you start killing Mythic bosses later into the patch. But anyways, that depends on your playstyle. If you're just going to be clearing Heroic mostly for the first couple weeks, then you'll just want to use them all week of the 21st and get that initial value from that. So, coins are something to start saving up now, this week. If you've already spent your 2 this week, you're 1 behind where you can be for the 21st, so sorry for not getting this video out sooner. Then Island Expeditions. Getting your maps saved up now. This is the first reset where it can matter to start saving up your maps. So we talked about in the other video about how you can come into the patch with 2 Island Expedition map quests, which are pretty lucrative, saved up. There are 2 different strategies for how to do this, and I'm going to go through both of them. I'm going to call them Option A and Option B. Option A is this week, you do your island cap, and then you accept the mission from your map. So you have this treasure map in your bag, you actually accept it, and you send out the mission, and then you never check your mission table again and complete the mission until the patch starts. And next week, you just do your island cap, and you get a map in your bags. And then going into the patch, you'll have a completed mission on your mission table and a map in your bag. And as soon as the patch hits, you can complete the mission and use the map in your bags and cap islands that week to get another map into your bags that week. So that might give you some good AP. The drawback of this is there's a chance that that mission that you have sent out when the patch hits will change the rewards that it gives and might not actually reward the things that you want. That's something that there's speculation that might be what's going to happen this patch. So if you want to play around that, the alternative is Option B. Option B is you do your weekly island cap this week. Then the week of the 7th, you wait until Monday to turn in your next island cap. So on Monday, the day right before the patch, you use your map, and now you have a mission on your mission table that you don't send out that will last for 3 days. You do your islands, and you have a map in your bags, and now you have a mission that has not yet been sent out. And when the patch day hits, you can then send out that mission. And the theory is that if you wait to send it out until the patch day hits, it might update to be the new 8.3 mission, and that might give better rewards. So that might be something that yields better rewards, but it will require you to do this weird thing of, setting up and sending out missions the day or 2 before the patch to get around the fact that once you use the map, you only have 3 days to send the mission. So those are your options with Island Expedition weekly things. Other things to note, Mythic Plus. So Mythic Plus is something that we don't know exactly what the first couple of weeks are going to look like. What we do have is educated guesses based on what they've done in the past. So my guess is that the week of the 14th, Mythic Plus will remain unchanged. This is what they did last time. Last time they had Mythic Plus be unchanged until Heroic Raid came out. So week of the 14th, my guess is Mythic Plus unchanged. Then on the 21st, I expect that's when we'll get Awakened hitting in keys above level 10. But I think that they will cap the end of dungeon rewards that you can receive that week at level 5 or whatever, like they've done in the past. So my guess is that the best play is going to be to do 1 key at level 15 or 10 or whatever to get a weekly chest that's good on the 28th, because the weekly chest that you open on the 28th will likely be, based on what will likely scale all the way up to 10 or 15 if you can do those. And then just spend the rest of your Mythic Plus time of this week in just +5 keys to get the gear at the highest eye level that it comes out that week. And then my guess is that the week of the 14th, you're just going to want to do the highest keystone possible. If you want to get a 15 key out of your box on the 21st, you're probably going to need to do a 19 or a 20 key on the week of the 14th is my guess. But if you want to play it super safe, you should also do a high key the week of the 7th, just in case they change up what they've done on the week of the 14th. Again, we're not entirely sure what's going to happen here. The one guess I think that is pretty safe is that until Mythic Week, there's not going to be value in spamming 15s. And then on Mythic Week, spamming 15s will be a good way to get heroic, slightly better than heroic level gear. But of course, that's going to be quite difficult to do, as scaling is going to change it so that doing 15s then will be about as hard as 20s are right now. You will be getting more gear over these first couple weeks, but you'll still be closer to the way you are geared right now than how geared you'll end up being in 5 months or whatever. So it'll still be fairly difficult there that first couple weeks. Okay, so that's Mythic Plus handled. Let's talk about the things that you can stock up on going into the patch. We already covered Monol Hardened Stirrups being a useful item for questing. Other items that you're going to want based on what the opening quest lines look like that you're going to be able to do on the 14th are Lightfoots and Invis Pots. Just to get through the scenarios faster. Both of those look like they're going to be very useful things to have. You're going to want to do that opening quest line. It's about a 2-hour experience, which you can do a little bit faster if you're super efficient on all of your characters as soon as the week is available to do that. Because every single weekly reset, you're going to want to make sure you do your horrific visions on any character that you care about. There's a weekly cap on how many of them you can do, and there's infinite progression on how much value you get out of them. Like after 15 weeks or whatever, you'll be able to keep doing them to just increase your corruption resistance. So if you want to stay ahead of that and not fall behind on any characters, then whatever the characters those are, you should at least do that weekly cap on. It's not going to take too long out of your life every week, but it's just something that sometimes in the first couple months of a patch, it's easy to forget about a character, and then this is going to be a patch where you'll really wish you'd spent those 1 hour per week just keeping up on whatever character you end up wanting to play later in the patch. Again, if you don't really care about like being 10 corruption resistance behind somebody else in the month of May or whatever, then don't worry about it on your alts. But if that's something that might matter to you, play whatever alts, do that weekly content at least on whatever alts you might care about later. Other stuff that's worthy of stockpiling, battle pets. There are battle pet quests that can give you reputation for the new reps, and reputation for the new reps are going to be relevant for getting rank 3 of some of the essences, so making sure you're getting those is going to be good. If you care about fully optimizing those sorts of things. If you don't care about fully optimizing those sorts of things, then again, don't worry about it. Doing all the battle pets will shave a day or two off of your rank 3 acquisition date, so you have to decide for yourself whether or not that's worth it. If you're interested, that is something you can do now, though. You can go and pick up like the Unborn Valkyr pet. Let's see. Unborn Valkyr. It's undead. This thing is very, very good, and you can only pick it up by actually going and getting it from Northrend. And doing that is going to make battle pets way easier for you. Picking up, this makes so many fights way, way easier, and you can usually just copy a strategy from somebody else online that includes this pet, just like soloing their team. So if you're interested in getting that extra rep per day, then battle pets are something you can get. The big thing to pick up is Expulsum. If you're interested in crafting items from the armor crafting professions, you're going to need at least a couple hundred Expulsum, and if you're planning to do rerolls, like if you're planning to keep rolling your pieces until they give you the stats you want, look at the high hundreds or maybe low thousands as an amount of Expulsum to aim for. So crafting bracers and then disenchanting them at the scrapper is your best way to do that. Add-on called Easy Scrap is something that will make this easier for you. And that can help out, but it'll still be tedious. You may as well do it now rather than doing it. If you do this the wrong way and you end up actually wanting to craft these items and you don't have any Expulsum, then that is time you'll spend, in the weeks where you could instead be getting AP or doing Mythic Plus that you can't do right now for rewards. So using your time now to do that kind of stuff is a valuable thing to do. On a final note, if you are interested in doing any of your crafting professions next patch, level them up to at least level 170. That's what you'll need to be able to craft things. If you don't want to, again, you don't want to be spending your time doing things later that you could be doing right now, right? That basically these 2 weeks are a great time to do anything that you might want to do later or that you might want to have done later, because your time is going to be a lot more valuable in this game starting on the 14th. So use your time now on anything you can think of. Other good options are cleaning out your bags, resupplying all your potions and stuff. The potions and things aren't changing, so just getting a fully stocked inventory of all those things is a really valuable thing to do with your time right now as well. Send your war resources around, send your gold around, make sure you have all the resources you want on all the characters you want to play. And if you've been playing a couple alts recently, now is probably a good time to figure out which of them you actually want to play early into the next patch. You know, aside from doing that weekly, horrific vision cap on whatever characters you care about at all, you probably are going to have to choose 1 or 2 characters to mostly play for the first month or so of the new patch. That's usually how these things go. You know, right now I, for instance, have 7 characters that I'm playing, quite a lot. And I expect to be playing 2 characters for the first month and a half at most, and then add a 3rd, and then from there slowly add a 4th, 5th, and 6th back in once we make it to like May and June and we start having a bunch of time and alts start to be fun. So aside from those horrific visions caps, I'm not going to be. I'm ready to kind of abandon some of my other characters and leave them for later. So figure out which characters you're going to want to main now and get all the expulsum and stuff on those characters. That's the biggest piece of advice I have for you in these coming weeks. Anyways, if you have any other tips for what to do to prepare for patch 8.3, put them in the comments. I'll try and pin the best one, or if there are a bunch of best ones, I'll write my own comment that accumulates them all and pin that one. Let me know if there's anything big that I missed, though, of course. And if you did like the video, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you in the next one.